Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is like the last video that I want to be filming. I want to get it over with and just be done with this whole situation. But like, I have to get this out here. I have to speak it into existence to put it behind me. Just as a preface, you need to watch my first hair salon horror story video, part 1. Because yeah, it tells you everything you need to know, and if you don't watch it, this video is gonna make no sense. First of all, it has been 2 weeks since I had my hair done, and yes, I still have yellow roots. Ta-da! I have done nothing to my hair in the past 2 weeks. I have literally done nothing but sit on the couch because I just had surgery and I had a cast. I couldn't go swimming. I barely showered. Like, let's be real, nothing has ruined my hair. I mean, look at the rest of it. The rest of it is the right color. It's just the top. It's just what the salon did. So I understand. Like, I paid for it. It was a done deal. But you know what? Last night I was looking in the mirror and I had my grandma take a picture of it from the top angle, which is the picture you saw in the last video, and I'll show it to you right now. And I was just utterly like shocked at how bad it looked. I even asked my grandma, I was like, am I crazy? Like, am I seeing this right? Is that what it looks like in person? And she was like, no, you're not crazy. Like, I can't believe you paid over $100 for that. I'm like, I can't believe it either. It's like ridiculous. So she ended up convincing me to text the guy because I have his number and just ask if there's any sort of refund I can get. Now, I understand you might think this is like really extra or like selfish or I don't know. But I guess from my point of view, I'm thinking, you know, it is pretty bad and this is the second time it's happened. They were really rude to me. And the worst that can happen is they can say no. So I very politely texted him. I sent him the picture and I said, this is what my hair looks like after 2 weeks. After specifically asking, you know, I don't want yellowy. I want it to match the rest of my hair, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to put these screenshots up for you now of that part of the conversation because I don't have it in front of me, but you can read it word for word. So yeah, I texted him. His response at first is clearly sarcastic, like the smiling emoji and the like, we would love to see you again. Like, when do you want to come back? And I'm like, absolutely, I know I do not want to come back. I just want a refund. Then he starts texting me kind of like, it doesn't even really make sense. It didn't make sense to me at first. And in one of his texts, he said, like, I don't know what you've been doing these past weeks. I'm like, literally nothing. I just had surgery. Like, if you think I went swimming and, like, the chlorine messed it up, like, you're wrong. Then he says, call me. So I did. The first time I called him, he did not answer. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was scared. But then he called me back. And so we start hashing it out. He's clearly not very fond of me. But let me be very clear. I was nothing but respectful. I mean, every time I've spoken to him, every time I've texted him, I've never been like flat out rude. Like, you're a terrible person. You're terrible at hair. Like, blah, blah, blah. I always give him the benefit of the doubt, but like, oh my gosh. He's so overboard and dramatic. And so as soon as I answer the phone, you know, he's nonstop talking. Like, I can't even get a word in. I couldn't even tell you half the stuff he said. But I did write down some things that really stuck out. He called me a liar because he said, you lied so that you could get a cheaper price the second appointment. And I'm like, no, sir. I'm like, no, I did not lie. I simply said, I thought I paid $35 for a root touch-up last time because that's what you told me on the phone. I'm sorry, I'm literally going insane. I'm so over this. I'm so over it. Like, he called me a liar, then he called me out on leaving a bad Yelp review, which I 100% did. And you know what? I deleted it now so that no one knows, like, what the name of the salon is. No one can track it down, like, you know, because I'm nice. So I deleted my review. Basically, all I said in my review was I explained, you know, what happened both times, getting quoted the wrong price, and then getting my hair yellow, and then also how they were very rough on my head, and how, I think there was one other thing I said. Oh, I talked about how hard it was to get an appointment scheduled. But I literally just stated the facts. I stated exactly what happened. Not once in the review did I say, like, terrible salon, like, terrible people. I literally started the review with, like, this salon is good at what they do, because I've seen their other work on other girls' hair, and it does look good in the pictures, at least. And I guess mine just didn't come out like that, but, like, whatever. Like, don't be mad at me for writing exactly what happened. It's just very unprofessional. And in the review, I left out the part about him calling me back to argue with me more. Like, I could have put that in there and made them seem so unprofessional, but I didn't. He did start being like, all we can do is, I can get you back in here. I can have 10 stylists working on you at the same time. We can figure it out. We can do this and that and this and that. And I just said, no, I don't want you guys doing my hair anymore. Like, in all honesty, I don't want you guys doing my hair again because it came out bad twice. I just wanted to know if I could get even, like, a partial refund, like, anything. Because I said, now I have to go somewhere else to get it fixed. This is, like, fine. I expected nothing less than this to happen. Me to ask for a refund just to see, you know, you never know, like, maybe he was gonna be nice to me, but no. And I was expecting to be turned down, and that's whatever. There was no harm in me asking. I might as well try, because I'm a broke college student, like. And by the way, I'm making him sound way nicer than he was on the phone. I just don't know. I should have recorded it so I could tell you, like, word for word, but trust me, like, I was feeling attacked. Keep in mind, I have it on speaker and my grandma's listening the whole time. She's not talking, but she can hear it. So she can hear what's going on this whole time, and he starts going on this rant about Granny, talking about my grandma. And he keeps calling her Granny. Not your granny, your grandma. No, just Granny. And he's like, I had to listen to Granny come up in here and say, you people down here are all the same. And he would not stop calling her Granny. And, like, it was just like, and what he meant by when he said, you know, you people are all the same. Basically, my grandma had told him that ever since she's been down here helping me with my surgery, everywhere we've gone, like, to get my car done, we've gotten me new insurance, we went to a hotel and, like, Universal, I don't know, we've done a lot of things that require, like, getting prices quoted. And she literally just explained to him, like, every single place we've gone, they've, like, quoted us a cheaper price, and then we've gotten there and it's been way more. And she just was saying how frustrated she was with that. In his mind, he twisted that into her saying, you people down here are all the same. And then he starts calling her a racist. And my grandma is the farthest thing from racist or judgmental or anything. So he starts being like, I had to deal with racist Granny, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, just to play devil's advocate and kind of get him to calm down and like listen to me for 1 second, because I wanted to end things on good terms, I said, okay, well, I'm not my grandma. I can't control, you know, what she says. I don't think that's what she was implying at all. 100%. I do not believe she would ever say anything like that to offend you, but definitely, like, for right now, let's ignore that, because, you know, I'm not my grandma, I'm myself, and I'm trying to deal with this situation. And you know what he says to that? He says, no, I understand. It's not you. You're the younger generation. It's Granny. It's Granny's generation. And dude, come on. Like, I know, I'm woke. Like, some people of the older generation have some very opinionated views, maybe even racist views. But don't imply that about my own grandma to my face. Don't refer to her as Granny. And, like, it's common knowledge. You're a business owner and I'm a client. And at one point, I even remember him saying, you know, let's handle this like mature adults. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And you know how we can handle this like mature adults? You cannot call my grandma a racist, and you cannot call me a liar. It's like, it was just so unprofessional, the whole situation. So after he refers to my grandma as Granny at least 10 times. My grandma snatches that phone right out of my hand. And I mean, he was talking so much that she had to say sir like 10 times before he even stopped to listen. So she's, you know, sir, 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 sir. And then she goes, this is Granny. Like, face crack of the century. This is Granny. Like, joke's on you. You've been on speaker the whole time. And she tries to explain, I didn't mean anything by that. She tries to explain, you know, what I just explained about every business we've dealt with down here. We're just trying to know what we're spending our money on before we spend it. And like, it's been difficult this entire time. And this is just another example of that. He doesn't really, I think this just gets him fired up more, as it should. He just got like caught, like he's shaking in his boots, like he is not expecting Granny to come on the phone. So my grandma, you know, she tried to explain herself. He would not listen. He was interrupting, like so bad about interrupting. Like we could not even get a word in. And so she just handed the phone back to me. She was done, you know, not worth it. So then I'm back on the phone, and literally all I remember is just saying, or he offered one more time. He was like, you can come in and get your hair done, but that's it. And I said, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't want you guys doing my hair again. I'm sorry. I was just wondering if I could get any form of refund, and you said no, so that's fine. Thank you very much. And he hung up on me. So in my eyes, like, I can completely understand the point of view of, you know, like, I shouldn't even have bothered asking for a refund, but I was like, why not? Like, you know, it looks bad, why not? And I did that, and all he had to do was say, no, you know, we can't give out like refunds, but you can come back in and get it done. But instead it had to be an all-out argue fest of calling me a liar and calling my grandma racist, and it's so incredibly unprofessional and makes them look so bad in my eyes. And I don't feel like I did anything wrong in this entire situation. I don't even like know how to end this video. I'm like exhausted. For some reason, like, talking about this is like draining me of my energy, and I just can't wait to take a nap. But thanks for watching. I I sound so defeated. Thanks for watching, and I hope I don't have to film any more videos like this, because I'm so... Okay, bye friends!